So I'm wondering, you always wanted to be a therapist, and at some point you went to school and became a MFT, marriage family therapist.
Yes.
At what point in all of this adventure did that happen?
I became a marriage and family therapist right out of college. So I went to grad school, in my 20s, early 20s, and got licensed very quickly. And so by 24, I was in private practice.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, no wonder you were able to come to some of these situations with the level of sophistication and empathy that you brought to it. So that's good that you were able to achieve your girlhood dream.
Yeah.
The whole package, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. It is kind of
Yeah,
funny.
therapists, kids,
Yeah.
adoption.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a long road to get there, but yes.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Well, I'm wondering what sorts of challenges you've run into, you face, or continue to face as the mother of a biracial family.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because I think as a white mom, I have all of the same concerns that Black moms have about their kids walking out in the world, and those safety concerns as we see more and more footage being captured of um, run-ins with the police where Black people are treated with more force,
Yeah,
with less dignity. There was footage that came out last week of a car full of Black teenagers that somehow was suspect of being robbed, and cops laying all these girls down face down on the ground, the youngest of them being 6.
right,
We
right. I saw
we're
that on the
Yeah,
news.
I mean, we're
Yeah,
seeing more and more, and so there's always those fears as your child leaves the house of, like, if they had some kind of an altercation, or if they were wrongly accused, you know, could it lead to violence? And we're having these conversations constantly with the boys of, like, okay, when you interact with police, like, you have to be more compliant than you think, and you have to somehow show them that you're not a threat, and you have to have your hands up. And it's scary to have all these conversations with them that I don't have with my white daughters, because I don't have the same fears there.
uh-huh. Do you guys watch the news on TV? The news is so upsetting. How are you dealing with that?
We do. I mean, I try to be a little more selective with it, but my boys are 13 and 15, and they are both over 6 feet. So the thing
Wow.
is, like, they're walking around being perceived as Black men. I
Yeah,
mean, if someone sees them out of the corner of their eye, they look like Black men,
yeah,
adults. And I have to tell them that all the time. You will be perceived as an adult.
yeah,
So if you guys decide you're going to play hide and seek in the neighborhood, and you hide behind a bush in someone's driveway, they're going to see a Black man is in my bush. And
yeah.
then they're going to take all their stereotypes that society has given them about what Black men are, and they're going to apply that to you, and it could turn ugly. And so they always, it's like that talk of, like, you always have to be thinking of how you could be perceived in a situation.